Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Just gonna fix my computer's camera. This is Alia Jamal, the love coach, coming here for another love circle. And today we are talking about the difference between intuition and our mental chatter. The reason I really want to talk about this one, as women, we are not connected to our intuition. And the second, we think intuition sometimes is completely something different than what it really is. Sometimes the voice of our fear becomes our intuition, and we start listening to that more, and we keep creating more of that, and we think that we are connecting with our intuition. So, whatever I have learned so far, I want to share that with you guys so you can make a better judgment within you, which voice you're connecting and how you can use it to your advantage. I did not prepare for today. I just wanted it to come through my intuition. I just wanted to let it flow through me. So today we would be talking about a bit of anatomy in our body and also a bit about our energy body, how that plays a role in our intuition. So first, let's just talk about what is intuition. In a simplest definition, intuition is your inner guidance. We all have inner guidance within us, whether we are connected with it or whether we are not connected with it. It's always there. It's there since the day you were born. It's going to be there till the day you die. It never leaves you. It's always there. Now it's our job to connect with that inner guidance. As a kid, you're very connected with it. That's why kids are very carefree. They're very fluid. They just move through one activity to another. They don't feel, panicked or paralyzed unless there's some trauma involved. That's when the kids start to feel like that. But because they're just living how they are. But what happens in our adult life, we are trying to think how I should live to get acceptation, to be accepted by other people. That's why there's so much chaos happening in our life versus kids. So first, let's talk about when that inner guidance is talking to you and it's telling you, it's kind of validating your fears. So one of the common one I have heard and I work with a lot is, I know my husband is cheating. I know he's up to something. I have the gut feeling. So gut feeling. We are going to talk about that. And I have my board ready and I am going to draw some biology anatomy stuff here. So let's say this is our brain. Now that is the funniest picture of our brain. And there's a nerve that comes through it. We all, basic biology, nervous system and whatnot. Like, that's the spinal cord, there's nerves coming. So let's say if I draw the worst version of human body, right around the pit of our stomach, there is a there's a neuron mass here. It's called solar plexus. It's pretty much the same place as in our energy body, the solar plexus chakra. But this ganglionic mass is called solar plexus as well. Now, brain and the spinal cord and whatever neurons are coming over here. Now this is part of our central nervous system, and these coming off our sympathetic nervous system. So that is like, just how the anatomy of it looks. So this solar plexus ganglion would be part of the sympathetic nervous system. So right now we just want to remember that this is part of the sympathetic nervous system. Now, in terms of how things get played out in our life, not just in terms of structure, we have sympathetic nervous system, and we have parasympathetic nervous system. Sympathetic nervous system is the fight flight mode, or it's the stress response. It's associated with a feeling. Parasympathetic system is when your body gets to relax, rejuvenate, when it gets to actually recover. Our job is, as living an adult, move our nervous system to parasympathetic nervous system. If you have heard a lot about nervous system burnout, nervous system breakdown, extreme stress, what end up happening with those people, they have been living in the sympathetic nervous system stress mode for such a long time that their system crashes. So then what they end up learning, I just met with somebody today who went through that. So then they go towards meditation, they go towards energy healing, grounding themselves. So we are coming back to parasympathetic nervous system. So right now, I just want you to remember the ganglionic mass over here is part of sympathetic nervous system. And then we do have two, sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic, in terms of how we experience life itself. Just give me a second, guys. I'm going to actually close the window. I got kids outside playing, so that was distracting me. Okay, so what end up happening when you already have a lot of fears in your subconscious mind? I'm going to draw another picture. Let's say inside of our mind. Now, there's a difference between brain and mind. We are still working on understanding mind as human. Brain, we know, we can tell where it is. Mind, we are still trying to figure out how mind works. Whatever we know, there's a conscious mind, there's subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is your feeling mind, and that's where all of your beliefs are. So if one of your beliefs is, I cannot have a healthy relationship, or healthy relationship does not exist, there's a fear there. So you're gonna see slight, like, your partner is just acting a little bit weird. Might be just, planning a surprise for you, but it activates that fear, goes into the feeling, solar plexus over here, the ganglionic mass gets active. You start having a feeling in the pit of your stomach, and you're like, my gut is telling me something is wrong. And by now, I think, general education and media has done such a good job in order to help us understand there is brain cells in our gut. This is exactly what they are talking about. They do have the ability to think, and it can play such a big role in your life. But if it's getting activated by a fear and you're feeling that in your gut, it's not your inner guidance. It's your own fear that you're feeling right here. I have heard this many times, my gut was telling me something is wrong, and something wrong just happened. Now, let me help you understand. I'm going to go a little bit slow so you can follow. So now this part is saying, it's activated. It's going like this because fear got activated. You're going into the stress response. You're feeling it in your pit of your stomach. And you're like, oh my God, something bad is going to happen. I have that feeling something bad is going to happen. This is what's happening. The fear is active in your subconscious mind. When it kind of gets active, it's taking over your conscious thinking. All you are thinking about is fear. So the image over here is fear. And what we don't realize, we do not realize how powerful we are as human. We are so powerful. Whatever image you're gonna hold in your conscious mind with the intensity of emotion, there is a force that moves through you every single day, all day long, every single second. And that force that moves through you, it's deductive in nature. It's not going to say, oh, she's thinking about fear. I'm not going to make her fear come true. I'll only focus on the happy thoughts. It's going to create whatever vision or image you're holding in your conscious mind. Now, if in your conscious mind, you're holding the worst case scenario with that feeling in the pit of your stomach, that force actually creates that in your life. So I'm gonna go a little slow again. It might be big eye opener for some of us, or some of you would be like, okay, but then how God plays a role in it. We can have that as a separate conversation. Right now, we are talking about how powerful you are. You're a very powerful tool. You know, we're supposed to come with a manual that says, use with caution. We don't do that. And that's how we keep creating chaos in our life. So if you're holding an image, worst case scenario in your mind, while you're having this fear activating your ganglionic mass, and you're like, I have this feeling in my gut, I can feel it in my gut, the force that's moving through you is going to create that chaos, and then you'll be like, see, I knew something bad is gonna happen. We all know at least one person, their life functioned this way. They would tell you, I have a feeling, and then something bad happens. Generally, those are the people, they can only detect bad things. That's not what inner guidance is. I have met wonderful people who are connected, truly connected with their inner guidance, and they hardly would tell you what something bad is going to happen. They usually are the guide who are helping you in the direction of life, who are showing you where you can go next to do something wonderful in your life. They would hardly tell you, hey, by the way, tonight you're going to have an accident. I have never heard that. That's like, real inner guidance. But then there are some people, they'll be like, whenever something bad is going to happen in my life, in my family, I just know it. I just have this feeling, then it happens. So it's pretty much like, their fear antenna is so open. It's only catching that. Any one of us can do that. Right now, you can get afraid about something, and you can kind of like activate all this system, and you can create something bad in your life by tomorrow, or maybe even by tonight, depending on how intense your feeling is. So I just want to highlight, when we are having this fear inside of us and chaos is being created in our life, it's not your inner guidance. Now, if you are in that state of fear, and this part is active, you won't even be able to access your intuition, because it works on a very different mechanism. So if, let's say, you already know that you are a person who get afraid, who get worried a lot, which is one of the 5 ways our subconscious keeps us protected, keep us from growing, because growth is not safe. It's doubt, confusion, starts with confusion, doubt, worry, fear, anxiety. It literally goes in that order, but it goes so fast that you're not able to catch it. By the time we catch it, it's already either a fear or already an anxiety, because those are bigger emotions. We are able to feel them with more intensity. So if that is where you are, this is what I would suggest you. First, you need to calm down your sympathetic nervous system. First, we need to bring your body, your physical body, to parasympathetic system. And you can do a very easy exercise to make that shift. So what you're going to do, you're going to lay down on your belly. When you're going to lay down on your belly, you're going to turn your head to the right for 1 minute. And you're just going to do regular breaths, nothing heavy, nothing big. Try to do it from your nose, not from your mouth, because when we breathe from our mouth, it sends a different signal to our body versus when we are doing it from nose. because usually we tend to breathe from our nose when everything is calm. But if you're in danger and you're running, that's when you're going to open your mouth. So we don't want to do that. And then 1 minute to the right and then 1 minute to the left while you are on your belly. What that does, it kind of tells your body and your nervous system, we are not under attack. It's okay to be calm. It calms your vagus nerve, it calms, this part. And also energetically, what happens when you are close to the ground, like try to do it as close to the ground as you can. If you live on the second floor, you can just do it there. But when you're close to the ground or concrete or something that is like, earthy in nature, Earth's energy also, its magnetic field balances your energy body. So you feel very calm and very relaxed, and you come onto the parasympathetic nervous system side. Once you have done that, then again, check with your body. Now, don't try to forcefully use your brain or your mind to conscious mind to bring those worst case scenario and try to poke it. But naturally, see, does fear still come up? Is it still getting into the pit of your stomach, and is it like creating a lot of chaos within you or not? Just check with your body. This is how you can come onto the other side. So this mechanism is not throwing you off to use your own inner guidance. And once you have come on the other side, once you feel you're really relaxed, now let me share with you what is our intuition and how you can use it. So this part, I'm going to talk about our energy body, some of the stuff you might have heard, and some of the stuff you might be like, this is just so weird. I don't even connect with it. It's okay. Take whatever you want. Be open to receiving new information. So let's say this is our physical body, my wonderful stick person. Right. So the soul that right here is your higher self. Let's look at it that way, that in our essence as a soul, as the energy that the energy being, the being that was created, however in your religion you believe in that God created all the souls at one time, or they are getting created on different time, however you believe. The being that was created, that is the light body. This is our matter manifestation. But there is a force that lives within it, that is light, that is energy, and it's pure love. When that force leaves, this body means nothing. But that force comes into a body and manifest in material form to do what it's supposed to do or came here to do on this earth. So we think, oh, I am this, and let me fix my body, let me fix my looks. We are none of that. We are so bigger than that. Now that being that God created and exists now in this universe is unlimited. It exists in multiple dimensions. Some of the stuff we know, some of the stuff still nobody knows. It's a lot of just stories or myth or different kind of theories. But we do know this much, that as a being, our soul is unlimited. So what happens when we come in this body? Not the whole soul come in this body. A part of it comes, and we stay connected to rest of it. So this higher part, we stay connected, and it comes and kind of hooks in our heart chakra. So our heart energy, that's kind of where it hooks. It hooks there, and it stays up here. But through that, there is a force that's moving up and down in your body. It's keeping you alive. Not sure if I'm confusing it everybody or you guys are with me, but if you stay with it, it will all make sense to you. So that's why, like, connecting with our heart connects us with our intuition. Now, what is intuition? This higher self is telling you what to do next at all time. At all time, it's telling you what to do. So Adelaide is saying it's a little confusing. I'll go through it one more time. So just think of it like, there's a cloud above you. That is your full essence. And a part of it has come in this body so this body can function. Now that cloud is talking to you all the time. But if there's so much fear going on in your mind, confusion, chaos, whatnot, you will not hear that voice. You will not even connect with it if you're so connected with your body that, oh, this is who I am. So for example, when we ask somebody, we meet somebody and we're like, okay, so what do you do? And they'll say, I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer, I'm a business owner. That's how we human connect with each other, by the work we do, or we are being. But in our essence, we are unlimited. We are pure love. So that part of us is talking to us, but we get attached to what we can see. We get attached to our body, but that is our true essence, our higher self. So it's talking to you all the time. But if you are in a fear or stress response, you're not even going to hear it. And that's when we misread the signal that's coming to us, the fear. We think that's our inner guidance. So now, what is the difference in the two? The inner guidance is the voice of our soul. And the way it talks to us, it's always directing us to go somewhere. It would tell you, go here, go there. For example, this morning I was walking, and I usually walk in a very specific route. And all of a sudden it was like, turn here. So I turned there. And then it was like, turn here. I was really trying to just connect with that part of me and just following the inner guidance and not just following my routine all the time. Because we get into that rut. But when I did go into different streets, I kind of had a different experience that was that created a little bit more expansion within me. My thought process changed. So your inner guidance is just telling you, go here, go there. It does not usually work with the word don't do that, or spy on that person, or say bad things about this person. It has no negative connotation in it. It's not gonna come and say, hey, by the way, your husband is fooling around. Be aware of that. It doesn't really talk that way. It might tell you, like, connect with yourself more. Be present for yourself a little bit more. Now, if you want to really increase that connection more and more, now that we know what is a little bit of a difference between the fear and with our inner guidance, I would invite you to just one way is meditation, but if that is not something you're ready to do yet, because what happens with meditation, your mind kind of learns to quiet down. When that quiet down, you can hear your inner guidance, because there's no mental chatter going on. There's no like, what should I do? What should I say to that person? Which email I need to send? All that goes down. You can hear your inner guidance. But if you want to get to a level where you start making decision from that inner guidance, and you're not just making decision based on like, your fear or your worries, sit with yourself every single day for at least 5 minutes, close your eyes, and connect with your whole body. If it does not make any sense what it means to connect with your whole body, it's okay. Just pretend that you are connected with every single cell of your body. And you can feel your head and your toes and your liver and your heart all at the same time. and then become aware of the higher self that's right above you while you are focused on your whole body all at the same time. If you have not moved your focus from your head to any other parts of your body, if that's not something you're used to, then start practicing it. Just sit with yourself and try to see or feel if you can connect with your whole body all at the same time. If you can really connect with your toes and your head and your hips and everything all at the same time, once you get there, then feel what your higher self is telling you. You can even say it like this: do you have any message for me? Or is there something you want to tell me? And you will start feeling there's this very loving, kind, gentle voice talking to you. You will start feeling that. And now, once you have built that connection, what you can do, let's say you have to make a decision. You want to, let's say there's two homes and you want to buy one of them. Or you want to buy one right now, not both. And you're trying to decide which one you should pick. The more you would have practiced, your body would just say, yes, you would just know. And I know a lot of people who are at that level, so their life is so much easier compared to, those who are making pros and cons lists. So this is how you can do it. Again, connect with all of your body, all the cells of your body. You can just close your eyes, take few deep breaths, and just say, make the intention, I am connecting with every single cell of my body right now. I'm connecting with all of me, every single cell of your body. And just try to push. Can I connect with more? Can I feel more? And when you are fully connected, that's when you present that question: should I get house A or B? And one of them would just pop up to you. Might be B that popped up. So that is your inner guidance guiding you. But see what we are doing, we are relaxing your whole body. When you make the intention to connect with, when you move your awareness to every single cell of your body, it calms down your body. It calms down your nervous system because you're shifting focus. You cannot be in stress mode and connected to every single cell of your body at the same time. So your body's forced into moving into parasympathetic nervous system. We are making sure there's no mental chatter going on. There's no voice of fear. Once we are fully relaxed, that's when we bring up the question. So our inner guidance can show us which one to pick. It's so much easier. And, if you start living your life this way, especially for us women, we can connect with our intuition in such a deeper way in with so much ease compared to I'm sure men can do that too, but I also know that for women it's so much easier. Why it's easier, that I haven't figured out yet, but it is so much easier for us to connect with it. So play with it, practice it, connect with every single cell of your body every single day for 5 minutes only, because you have to build that connection within yourself so you can start using that to start making decision as your true inner guidance, so you can start using that. And in terms of mental chatter or having that feeling in the pit of your stomach, remember that is fear getting activated. If it stays active, more things are going to keep happening. Do you remember a time in your life where you had one bad thing after another keep happening and you were like, what's going on in my life? When one bad thing happened, you had a feeling another bad thing is going to happen. So sometimes we are creating that chaos, but we are creating it from a higher level where that chaos is needed sometime. And if you find yourself in the midst of the chaos, most likely at that time we are not really open to exploring ourselves. Once we open to explore ourselves, and then chaos starts coming in our life, we already know this chaos is going to take me in a better direction. So we don't get too hung up on it. We move through it using our inner guidance instead of giving into fear and getting worried about it. So that is the benefit that you will get once you invest the time to connect with your whole being every single day and start connecting with this inner guidance a little bit more. Um, I hope that this little conversation could at least highlight. My main goal was to highlight one thing: being able to tell the difference that when you are in fear and that mental chatter is creating more fear or chaos in your life versus what is your true guidance and how to connect with it every single day. It's like you're nurturing that relationship every single day, so it just becomes better and better and better. And when it's fully mature, you get to use it and play with it all the time. You can even start using it to nurture your body and just saying, um, let's say you're presented with 10 things to eat, and you can just connect with your whole body and just go into your inner guidance and seek guidance from that part. What out of all these would be good for my body, would be nourishing for my body? And you just choose that. And if you have to make bigger decision about even life partners, you can connect with your whole body and you can make a decision from that place. But that requires building that trust with yourself by showing up with yourself every single day, even for 5 minutes. You can even do it if you're just waiting in a line, you're sitting in the traffic, just practice connecting with your whole body. So that is all that I have for today. If you are online in the Facebook group, you can hop on here and we can go into Q&A. I'm going to stop the recording at this point.